What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Coach Booker in the building. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up, man? We back at it again. It's on the lines, man. On the line sports media, man. Yay. It's Thursday night, man. That's what we do, man. Every Thursday night, 8:30, man. Just log in, man. Every Thursday, 8:30, man. I'm on here, man. I'm just chopping it up, man. Got a couple guys probably gonna log on a little later on. But check it out, man. I want to say thank you to you guys, man. Once again, man. I always gotta bless you guys, man. Because guess what? You guys are blessing me. So thank you for logging in to our podcast, logging in to my podcast every Thursday. Every time you see us on, we're gonna have content for you. I like to just thank you for the likes. I like to thank you for the follows. I like to thank you for the subscriptions. I like to thank everybody for everything you do for On the Line Sports Media, On the Line Podcast, and On the Line After Dark, man. We're gonna be on this thing, man. One of the hey, check it out. We easily becoming one of the leading podcasts in the local community, man. We got a lot of exciting stuff coming up. We got a lot of lots and lots of exciting things coming up, man. In the youth football community, in the middle school football community, and the high school football community. We're gonna reach out to a lot of kids and coaches and teams from each division. High school division, and we also gonna have some college guys on here, man. We connected over here on the lines, man. We got some alumni guys out there. We got some guys still playing college football, man. Come on, man. We're doing it big right here on the lines, man. All you gotta do is log in, man. I'm your host, Coach Booker. Hey, yo, boy, giving you all the local what's happening, everything that's happening in youth football and middle school football, and we're gonna cover some high school football. We're gonna cover some high school football, man. But we got some guys. As a matter of fact, I want to give a shout out to my man that's doing a lot of the high school coverage, which is Matt Morrow, man. I follow you, man. I follow you big time, Matt Morrow. You do a great job on your shows, man. And we want to be you one day, but not quite like you because you're doing something a little bit more than what we want to do. So we want to thank you for covering and covering and giving our high school athletes that exposure, man. I think Matt had a Coach Morrow or Matt Morrow, but he had a showcase, man, showcase camp, man, where he goes out, man, and he showcases these high school kids, man, and he gets some of the top high school kids, man, even get kids from out of town, other states, man. And Matt Morrow is showcasing these guys, man, and they leave with offers. They leave with college offers, and that's what's exciting about going to some of these camps. So Matt holds a really, really nice camp. As a matter of fact, a couple of years ago, my son went to a Matt Morrow football camp over at Mallet Creek, man. And guess what? He left with an offer. He got offered by Mississippi Valley State. Um, and that's super big, man. When you get a college recruiter that offers you a scholarship, boom, based on your performance at the Matt Morrow Showcase. So shout out to Matt Morrow for the camp that you put on for these kids, man. We really embrace the fact that we have that platform right here in Charlotte, man. So no excuses, man. Get your kids out to these camps, man, and potentially get them an offer, man. Get some exposure. Get them some exposure, and also switch gears with. Let's shout out to Twin at WEA Sports. He put on a nice camp over at West Charlotte High School, man. A lot of the top middle school kids, man, came out and they really had a good time, man. And the coaching and the training was absolutely phenomenal, man. Great training for these kids, man. And another outstanding platform, amazing platform that you can get on. If you want your kids to advance in the sport, if you want your kids to advance in the sport, learn a little bit more about the game and what's going on in Charlotte, man, man, stay hot on these guys. Matt Murray, he always got the hot action about what's going on in high school sports. WA Sports is covers a lot of different topics, a lot of different topics, and including middle school, including high school, and other topics, man. So very proud of those guys, man. And with us, man, here on the lines, man, we talk about a lot of different things. We got three different ways that we get the word out to you, whether it's through our exclusive interviews with power plays here in Charlotte or across the country. We do power play interviews, man. We try to get the most influential. We try to get the most influential guests, sit them down in the studio or talk to them, be online, and just try to get them to speak out about what's going on in the Charlotte local area and anything that's trending that we need to know about, man. So we're gonna always talk to some power plays, man. Yep. But my love, my lane is youth sports, man. I always give it up to my youth sports, man. My guys out there in youth football. But we need to talk about something, though. Let's talk about this, and y'all can leave some comments in the comment section. All right. So I'm just gonna ask you guys, man. When I was growing up, I can tell you one thing that just didn't happen. 5 years old, man. What do you think about kids playing youth football at 5 years old, man? I'm talking about tackling, helmet, shoulder pads. First of all, the only helmet and shoulder pads that we used to wear at 5 years old is the ones we got for Christmas that mom or dad used to wear. Had probably, I might tell my age a little bit right here, but it had like the little two bars. Had like the little two bars. It really didn't have any padding in the head, so automatic concussion. You know it. But and it had this big bubble head, like the helmet was like a big bubble head. So that's the only football uniforms we got at 5 years old back in the day, bro. Like we didn't. We got guys out here, man, that's playing football at 5 years old. They got the upgrade helmets, man, the Shuck helmets, the all the top helmets, man. I seen kids out there in some of the top name brand helmets at 5 years old. So my thing is, what's the advantages to playing football at 5 years old? It could be, I'm sure there's some advantages, but also certainly there are some disadvantages to playing tackle football at 5 years old. How necessary is that? How safe is it? Are the kids really learning the game at 5? Are they absorbing the information? Are they being taught? Because you have to be kind of a special coach. Also, shout out to all the coaches that's out there coaching 5U football. Shout out to you for coaching 5U football because I can't coach 5U football. I would be an absolutely terrible 5U football coach. It just wouldn't happen. At 5, I don't think I would do very well. I don't think I could deal with the attention spans, man. Like the picking grass and throwing rocks and the and running backwards and fighting at the line of scrimmage, wrestling, and I don't know. I don't know. It'd probably be a little tough on the old ball coach, man. Especially when I'm used to coaching, you know, I'm used to coaching the older kids. But 5 years old, but still, what are the advantages for you guys out there that's coaching 5 years old? Type something in the screen if you're listening, if you're out there, parents that allow their kid to come out and play football at 5. Because let me see, that's 5. They was just now 4, 3. Come on, dog. They just now got out them diapers and potty trained and all that, man, and terrible tubes and all that. How do you play football at 5 years old? I don't know. And they actually have real equipment for 5-year-old football players. What do y'all think about it? Is it is it just cute? You know? Excuse me, y'all. It's Thursday. Friday's tomorrow. Just a little something to loosen up a little bit. But at 5 years old, man, what is really the benefit? Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask a guy that I got one of my guys coming on, man. I knew he was coming on. I'm gonna talk to him because uh he has a younger kid, baby boy, that, and I'm gonna get his perspective on 5 year old football. Hold on. I'm gonna add him to the conversation. It's your boy Tony B.
What's up, Book?
Building, man. And that man, I'm just sitting here chilling, man. You came in at the perfect time, man. Cause one of my topics, man, was what's the advantages or disadvantages to playing football at 5 years old? Like, I'm talking about tackle. Like I was saying before you came on, the only tackle football uniforms I used to get was like for Christmas when my dad and my mom used to, you wake up that morning and they got this big
That
old huge
plastic helmet.
plastic helmet, no padding, concussion automatically, two bar face mask looking like a kicker. That's all I knew. But at 5, man, these guys are dressing out, bro. Speed flexes and all that. And I was just saying it could be some pros and cons to that, man. Like at 5, first of all, I would say you got to have a very, very instructional, very, very patient football coach. And I don't know how many of those are out there. You got to be very patient and because that 5 year old kid easy attention span can easily get away from you, man. But what's the advantage to even doing that at 5? Is it eventually a burnout, or what do you think? You got a kid. How old is Blake at this point?
5.
5. I knew it. Perfect. 5 year old. Give me some type of perspective on a 5 year old playing football. Make some sense out of it for me.
I'll tell you this, man. We started with Bubba and Jalen them at 6.
Mm.
And then you know how we all went through those progression with those kids. For my son, I'm afraid of the burnout, man.
Really?
I'm afraid. Yeah, because at this point, I just want coordination and want him to be engaged with competing and understand what competition is. Even though in most of the sports that he do, they don't even keep score. But he understands winning and losing. I'll never forget, man. It was a kid. I don't know. You remember AJ? Shout out to AJ. AJ graduated today.
Yeah, AJ.
But, AJ little brother played, man, and he was 4. And that's when I was younger in the coaching, man. And I coerced his mama into letting him play. And a little boy knocked fire out that kid, man. Meanwhile, AJ little brother ain't played football since.
Oh Lord.
He's a basketball player. And I was, like you were just saying, I was going through it and I was saying, well, ain't no 5-year-olds out there that's gonna be able to hit him like that with that much aggression. With the plan that they doing now, it's different. So for me personally, man, I'm with taking it slow.
Right.
Because I don't think it's structured the way that it should be structured. Like, for instance, the field should be smaller. Should be cut in half.
I think so.
Yeah, and I think it should be a different way that they play the game. Like, everybody should line up in a certain distance, so it's not that much force from running, 20, 15, 20 yards back from a safety hitting somebody or blindsiding somebody. So I don't know, man. I just think it's too much at an early age. But that's me being a man of my age thinking that now. I did not think that at 25 years old.
I would have just I used to be totally against it. And I'm not saying I'm against it now. I just don't quite understand the real benefits of it. How instructional is it? I like to go into some of the practices to see how much of the basic fundamental, football are they teaching these kids, or is it just as long as you got a kid that are they teaching anybody else other than the running back? As long as you got a kid that can run the ball and he knows exactly which way to go, get to the edge. All you got to do, to me, at 5 years old, all you got to do is win the edge. If this
Right.
5-year-old can win the edge, he good to go. Not and they don't even know how to set the edge with the with your receivers or tight ends. They probably don't even know how to set the edge. But as long as that kid can get around everybody else, that's just all I see at 5 years old. That's it.
I know they. I've been to games because my nephew plays, so that gets me back out there on Saturdays. But they, oddly enough, those kids are pretty skilled. I watch the cornerbacks, and a lot of them throw passes. I mean, it's unnecessary, but
Wow. Yeah.
they do it. So, I mean, it can go both ways, man. I just know it ain't even for me. It's not so much for the physical. I just don't want to force my kid into that, and he doesn't want it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't want that for a 7-year-old because. But one thing I do feel like, Book, if you wait too long, I think the game can get away from you.
You think the game has evolved or evolves every what few years? It evolves into a different game where you could easily get uh behind in the game, or it's just getting the aggression that you need to play the game.
I think the
It,
biggest thing is the contact. Like, can
the
those kids
contact.
deal with the contact?
Yeah,
Because you got to think a lot of the flag, and then now with the introduction of heavy 7-on-7, that's taking a lot of contact away from football too. So a lot of those kids just want to run and catch. They don't want to. They don't want to hit nobody or be hit.
right.
And then
Well,
with a lot of the rules that's put in place to protect the players, some to protect the players, in my opinion, it softens the game up a little bit. But I mean, they're taking the contact out of the sport anyway. So like we spoke about, a few weeks before, I could see 7-on-7 becoming a sanctioned sport in high school.
one of the most dangerous sports in high school.
No,
Is that
becoming
what
a
you?
sanctioned sport in high school.
Oh, a sanctioned sport.
Yeah, like
Okay.
seven on
Okay.
seven
Yeah.
or flag,
Yeah. Potentially.
like with the girls.
Yeah. Yeah. With the girls. Well, potentially, but I don't know. I don't know, man. Football is America's favorite sport, so it's gonna kind of hard. It's gonna be
Yeah.
hard to see that, but I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that, but I just don't see the. I don't know. I don't
So
know because
going through it 2 times, having kids who were successful in sports. You saying you wouldn't do it in 5?
my kids didn't play at 5 anyway, but that was a
Oh, they
little
didn't.
while back. No, my kids didn't. My kids played flag until they was 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my kids played. We played flag football until this Coach Hawk. I'm gonna add him to the stage here. Yeah, Mike. What's up, Hawk?
What up, fellas?
Nothing, man. We're just sitting here chopping it up, man. About we're just talking a little bit about kids playing football so early at 5 years old, and the disadvantages and advantages of playing football at 5. Like, is it real? Do we have the right coaches coaching these guys? I would like to go inside of a practice to see how really patient and see how much um fundamental football is being taught to a 5-year-old. Because to me, that's what it is. You got to go to the basics when it comes to 5. And I was telling Tony, my kid didn't play tackle football until he was 7, right?
Hmm.
Um, Other than that, it was just it was flag, and he never really asked at 5 or 6, and I don't think it was very relevant here in North Carolina, 5 years old when my kid was coming up, who's now in college, and one's already graduated from college. So it's a little bit more relevant now. Guys are actually seeking. How do you seek? You start scouting. We'll start scouting kids a year too early. So you can scouting a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old. That's wild to me.
That's
I don't
crazy,
know.
man.
I
That's crazy,
mean,
bro.
cool. It's cute. It's happening. It's a thing. It's actually a thing. What kind of offenses and defenses do you develop? How do you? I don't know. What's the so the least you've coached 6-year-olds, right, Tony?
Yeah.
I've never coached. I've never coached 6-year-olds before. I've only coached 9 and up, or yeah, 9 and up. I've never coached 5. I would be
I'm gonna
an
tell you this.
absolute terrible coach at six,
Hey,
5 and 6
man,
years old.
my brother was really good at it. I'm not that good at it
Yeah, he was.
because
He
I don't have
was
the patience.
right.
Like, it
Comarin,
takes a
right?
lot of patience to command 6-year-olds with their attention span, especially a 5-year-old. So actually, to be honest with you, Booker, I think the lowest as far as the age division. I know you was a president of a vice president of the league before. I think 6 was the youngest, wasn't it?
For a long time. For
It
a
was
long
6.
time.
It was
6 didn't.
7.
6, yeah, it was 7. 6 didn't.
7
5 and
and
6 didn't
right.
exist in football for a long time in AYF football.
And I remember
yeah.
in the spring they started doing 6Us because in the spring they would do even numbers.
Yeah.
So it'd be 6U, 8U, 10U, 12U.
That was it right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the structure. That was the structure. But
So
I
in that structure book, I think the 6 was kind of to prep the guys for 7U in the fall.
Yeah.
For the starters, but which they kind of do with flag now. But actually they went to the flag and then they went back to the tackle.
Yeah, that's true.
I think maybe the parents just in a rush to get out there and I don't know. I'm not doing
I don't know. I don't think it's I just don't think I just don't see a huge benefit in starting a kid at football, tackle football at 5. The flag, yeah, absolutely. Let them get after it. And I understand what you're saying. If you don't get him out there after a while, so he can overcome the fear of being hit,
right.
The impact of being hit, then the game could get away from him. It could take a while for him to adjust.
I don't think if
However,
you don't get him out there by 9, I think you got to wait the middle school. You got to wait the middle school. But I've seen some middle school guys go be D1 guys.
Yeah.
First year playing ball in middle school.
Yep. I've met some kids that just now started to play football, and then the next thing you know, by their sophomore, junior year, they've become completely acclimated to it. It seems like it was just in their DNA,
right.
And they became pretty successful football players. But it was just, I was trying to ask some of the guys that's actually coaching tackle football at 5 to just kind of make some comments. We don't know who might make a comment, but if they do, we'll address it. What do you think about that at 5, Hulk? You ever watched a 5-year-old?
That's young. I have not a 5-year-old, huh?
Right. Yeah. It's cute.
That's a little too young. I mean, yeah.
Hey, I've seen guys pick a kid up. Coaches. I've seen a coach pick a kid up and take him to the line and place him. Stay right here.
Mm.
How much football has he learned? What kind of football is he learning when you got to pick the kid up, run him to the line, place him, and be like, get number 2. These kids never get.
I mean, I'm with you. I can see flag up to about with the second grade, if I'm not mistaken. They maybe tackle, but that tackle in kindergarten, pre-K, that's a little too extreme for me.
Yeah. Now, I did one show. I think the last couple shows I did. I met a 6-year-old that was absolutely. Hey, dude. I was like, you 6, dude? He was out there, man, like freaking Ray Lewis, man, on every tackle, bro. He had the aggression, and it seemed like he had the shout out to G-Top, because it looks like they had the fundamentals of tackling down pat, because that kid was tackling, making the proper tackles. Shout out to his dad. He's a coach as well. And this is a kid from G-Top. Man, so some kids got it, I guess. Some kids, they just got it. It's just natural, But
man, I seen dudes don't start playing football till 10th, 11th grade and catch it, and then they playing in the NFL right now. I mean, I don't 5, 6 years old. I don't know, bro. Man.
Yeah. Speaking of that, though, the next thing that I wanted to throw out there was the year-round tackle football, man. We got guys, man, right now, literally still playing tackle football. Tackle football typically starts the actual seasons, I think, is around August of the previous year. So August, September, October, November, December is typically your national championship around that time. Playoffs, regionals, nationals. high school, shit, high school, all that football is around that time. Man, let me tell you something. I've seen youth football games in late January, and then it just gets to be February, March, April, and ongoing. Dude, are you serious? Not only is it just 7-on-7, it's also tackle football, bro, going on that long year round, man. Man, I'm gonna have to say, I've never done it. I've never had. I haven't even coached year round like that tackle football, and I think it's what do you think about that? Because there's some huge disadvantages, I think, and I don't think it's actually I don't think it's healthy. I don't think
No,
it's
not playing year round like that. No, no. I ain't never heard of year round tag football till I actually started coaching up here in Charlotte. To be honest, I ain't know you played football players, tag football players December. So I started at Mount Island. I started dealing with Charlotte kids. Then I ain't know what's possible.
You know, right now it's legit year round. I know we used to do Booker. You never did it because you always said you didn't want to do spring, but
hmm
we kept the guys rolling through the spring. So remember, we'll do the fall and the spring, but and again, me at 22 years old, let's go play. Me at my age now, no, I'm afraid of the burnout. It's a lot going on, man. It's a lot.
But from what's the advantages of it? Does it make sense? What do you see as far as a kid's growth? Is it are they do they grow faster by playing year round? What is it that what yeah, what is it that makes a kid play football year round, and what are the advantages of it?
I
What
think
did you
I think
see
one of the I
on
think
it?
the advantage is going to be more team based and individual.
Okay.
You know, if you can get those kids and we used to do it how we took the kids to basketball. Um, and I know Ant used to do the same thing with the baseball, just keeping the kids together, building that unit, so those kids could bond together. Individually, I don't really see the benefit, but as a team and as a unit, I think it's good for teams. But a lot of times, you know, in those year-round teams now today, I mean, the roster's so mismatching. You know, they bringing kids from Rock Hill and Spartanburg and Raleigh to play. So I don't think that benefits the team. I think it's just a conversation piece or a talking point for the internet or, you know,
Yeah,
parents amongst their friends.
Right.
it's
Yeah.
something to beat your chest about.
Yeah.
Now, and
It's
I'll tell you, man, I was talking to a parent today. We got a D1 kid going to school to play basketball, and they were saying, you know, people tell them all the time, all you do is chase your kid and they do sports. And they said, what else am I supposed to do? Like, what else am I going to be doing? So from a parent standpoint, it's like, you know, they got to keep their kids active in something. I mean, it's a bunch of
yeah, I get
things. It's a bunch of things you can do with your kid, but, you know, you want to keep them in something. So, you know, I won't so much tear them down because those still parents are active in their kids' lives and got them doing something productive. But it just far as from the athletic standpoint, I think that's a lot of wear and tear
it is a lot of wear and
on a
tear.
young
And
body.
but it's so many other uh, it's so many other resources out there that can continue to keep your kid get your kids help him
Right.
let's say enhance and build on his skill set, with all the different trainers that's out here, because it's a it's a lot of trainers that you can
Oh
get
yeah,
training from
Yeah.
that zones in on your actual skill set, your skills specific. So it's a lot more resources out here now where you don't have to play tackle football all season. Like I
Because
don't I don't get it.
if you think about it, Book, to bring it closer to home, when we had our kids, and you think about like Bubba, Markel, Saquon, Zion, you got me thinking right now. Those kids were injured often at an early age.
They are.
They were.
Yeah.
A lot of them kids overplaying. It could have been.
You think so?
Yeah, it might have been because they dealt with it. I mean, a lot of that got, you know, has a lot to do with like growing and, you know, they plate setting. But A lot of those
Hmm.
kids had little knick-knack injuries, and a lot of that could have been a result of overplaying because they never stopped playing, whether it was football or basketball. They never stopped.
Yeah, that's true.
So you never know.
And does
Got
it?
it?
Go ahead, coach.
I mean, I'm about to say, ain't no wrong. Like, you go from football to basketball, from basketball, like baseball, track. To me, that's kind of normal. You start playing like a contact sport, 12 months, I mean, every month of the year. At some point, you're going to start breaking down sooner or later, I mean.
Well, not even so much contact, Coach Hawk, because what we got to understand too is the dedication to sports and the training that go into it. Everything is high paced at this point, no matter what sport you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's
Hmm.
baseball, football, basketball, like that's high intensity training, meaning you're in a gym and you're working with a coach or a trainer. You're not just playing games.
Mm-hmm.
Like every kid today has a trainer.
Yeah,
So that means you
yeah.
training 4 days, 5 days a week, and then you playing on the weekend. Like, so it's really like a, like it used to be like an off sport, something you just did for kicks. They don't do that anymore.
Yeah. Is it at what age do you think it's time to make a choice at
Tenth grade.
what sport it is that
Tenth grade.
you're gonna
I think
play?
it's I think it's 10th grade. But you also Hawk always say this all the time. You gotta let the sport pick you too.
Yeah.
True.
I've seen some kids pick basketball, 6'4", picking basketball, which you're short in basketball at 6'4", and you can't
Mm-hmm.
shoot the lights out. That might not be the sport for you. And then vice versa.
Right.
Some kids pick football where they probably should have picked basketball.
I
Yeah,
agree with
Coach
that.
Tony right about, yeah, you get in high school. I mean, you should know, you can tell by what you're doing on the field or the court, what you're better at. And I mean, like, still, like, you good at football and decent at basketball, still play, high school basketball. But now for the AAU part, I mean, you can throw some money where you gonna do it, ain't gonna go to college with it. I mean, that's my personal opinion. After school basketball to go on the track or get ready for spring football in high school with a
Yeah, I think somewhere it's around eighth grade going into your freshman year. I
You think
I
so?
can't.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
early.
I know. I can only remember like Robert Dillingham who played with me up until he was a junior pee wee, which puts him at what age? Like 12,
12.
11? Yeah, and but he played for his middle school team, and he played for me as well, football. But of course, we knew what his passion was. But he was a pretty decent football player. But I think at about seventh or eighth grade, he chose. You
Yeah.
know, Zion, my son, after we won, after we went and to the national championship game at AAU basketball, that was it for him. Once he entered high school, that was it. From ninth grade all the way through. Bubba, all them guys, they stopped playing. After think about it, our whole team, which
That was
was
ninth grade.
very good, they were very good at basketball. We went to the national championship game, believe it or not, in basketball, AAU. Me,
Mm,
Coach Tony, Coach Brian, with Bubba, uh, Zion, KC, Christian. Was Christian? No, Christian went on that team, but he did play for the other team, national championship team. But yeah, man, we had a whole bunch of kids at ninth grade. None of them play after eighth grade, going into the ninth grade. None of them played football. I mean
Did Christian
basketball.
play in the ninth grade?
No, Christian didn't
I
play.
don't think yeah, once he
Mm-mm.
took off in football, he gave it up.
Yep. Once he broke out in his ninth grade year over at
Hickory Ridge.
Hickory Ridge, that was it.
Yeah.
It was football. It was football only. So
Hey, the
I think
selfish
around
side of me
that,
would have liked to see them play basketball a little longer
you
due to
know what?
the time that
Yeah,
we put into it.
yeah.
yeah, they
So
should have kept playing school ball. I mean, wouldn't been nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but the coaches make you pick too.
Well, now, yeah,
You got to
Chambers.
address that.
I say this. I say this. Yeah, Chambers. They different from everybody else. They don't want you playing both sports.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's
I'll go
most
ahead.
schools.
I'll go ahead.
That's most schools. They're gonna make you pick.
No, why leave it? All the good football players play basketball.
You
They
think it's a
don't.
class? I think it might be a classification thing, but I could be wrong.
I mean,
Because
what's the difference between
most of
3
the
and 4?
most of the 4A schools
Oh,
You had
I ain't know that. I ain't know that. I
not
mean,
playing two sports too quick at 4A and 4A. No,
yeah, they don't really do it in 4A.
no.
I'm asking why not. I mean,
So
I'm curious. Why
they
not?
pick their teams and they play in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So most coaches, from their vantage
That's
point,
what
is that
it is.
they want to build a team and grow a team together, get them gelling and used to
Okay.
playing with each other. So they may have one guy from the football team that's super athletic, but he's not going to be a starter. No.
Yeah,
Mm.
I was about to make that point too because when Zion had definitely thought about going out,
I know
but
that.
it was almost like they had their team already pretty much picked.
Yeah.
So you had to be
They-
super
Okay.
duper special to come and play basketball at Chambers or at Mallard Creek. You had to be very special.
I think
So
it'll probably be honest with you, Book, it's probably in that situation, probably a hype thing. I think KC played varsity maybe his freshman year,
yeah.
but it's rare. It's rare. Like Zion was definitely good enough to play basketball. Like well, all
Mhm.
the kids were, but it's rare.
Cause I look at it. I mean, this me. I might be looking at it the wrong way. Like sometimes these dudes might be different between the teams being decent or winning state championship in basketball. That's I mean,
Yeah, but they
I
try to
think
try to establish a culture and a team, and it takes away. This is the mind of a coach, as I see it. It takes away them
mm,
being building that team when they got football players, basketball. I mean, baseball players. They want you to be the basketball players and commit to that program. I mean, it's almost the same thing on the football field where coaches want kids to play receiver but don't want them to play running back or DB. You know what I mean? So
mm-hmm.
it definitely happens.
because the kid Daniel was almost a two-way player. I don't know what happened with that. He's a pretty decent
he had the,
football too.
he
Uh,
had he had the wrong people getting us there. That's what happened with him.
yeah,
I think Daniel liked basketball a little more than football though. I coached against Daniel in middle school, and I'm telling you, well, we seen him at Chambers play also, but he really didn't dive into it. Daniel was like that in at football.
yeah,
Oh, I heard a whole
And
lot about him.
to be honest with you, height wise, it probably could have meant a lot of money for him too,
yeah.
because he was really the opposite. He played the opposite of James,
Jim James, yeah.
right?
Uh, I
And
talked.
Daniel at that time might have been slightly more athletic than James.
Yeah, he was. I think so.
Well, I used to talk to Dan like all the time, and like I used to ask him about the. I mean, he like a urban legend. Everybody talking about he was just as good in football as James was.
Yeah,
And he told me himself that he, I guess people just talk to him or whatever. Cause I heard he like at James he do stuff out there that James wasn't doing. And I'm like, you mean tell me you could have had both them on the defensive end with Brandon Palmer and Swin? What?
well they
No.
had him for a little bit. I mean, he played a
Yeah,
couple of
they had
games.
him a little bit. You're right. Yeah. They say Daniel. Well, I mean, they say he was special. He was a 4-star in basketball. They say he could have been a 5-star in football.
He'd have
That's
been
what
five
everybody
star.
tell me.
He'd have been 5 star.
Yeah,
I say
he
they say
was.
he was like that football.
He had the
Yeah,
measurables and everything. Bro.
he was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like James, a freak athlete. James was kind of different kind of freak athlete, but definitely, you know, coming off those
Mm-hmm.
legs, those two guys. I mean, that's just a
Yeah.
problem. Just height alone.
That been a major problem, bro.
Hey,
Major problem.
at the end of the day, D1 athletes, regardless, whether it's on the
Yeah, well, he's
hardwood,
definitely D1
whether
and
on
flourishing at UMass. He's doing pretty
yeah,
good at UMass too.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like Jalen. Jalen look like he might be doing pretty good at UMass as well, right?
Oh, Jalen's balling, man.
Yeah,
Jalen,
yeah.
Jalen's balling.
Yeah, we don't talk too much about the basketball players, but we got a few basketball players that's actually out there balling.
Yeah, Jalen's
I was kind of
definitely.
surprised
Oh
about the
yeah.
kid from what's his mom's name? You know what I'm talking about. He played in Cabarrus County though. I think he transferred to a HBCU though.
Thompson,
Oh, you talking about Seamus' nephew,
Jaden. Yeah, Jaden.
Yeah,
Jaden? Yes, Jaden.
Yeah, I think he's going to Winston-Salem.
yeah.
Going with Salem State. Yeah, he is. Yeah.
He actually
I thought,
played this year too.
Yeah, I thought he got an award. He
Yeah,
he made
he played.
maybe all conference team or something.
Yeah, he definitely played. I watched him. I watched him. Well, pretty much any game that they had on TV. I watched him. I watched him play against Carolina. Yeah, he played.
Jaden Thompson, that's his name,
Yeah,
right?
Then
I
top,
think,
yeah.
I
Hmm.
Yeah,
think he and I haven't talked to him about it, but I think he just wanted to get on the floor, man.
right.
Which is something I was talking about with a parent today too. And the question I asked was, are because I've seen it firsthand, like are those kids prepared for just being patient with the process?
No,
And I think some of those
No.
stars, because we've seen them with our kids in football, like some of them are, some of them aren't prepared for just being patient.
you got to be in love with the process, man.
Yeah,
You got to
Right.
be, you know what I'm saying? You got to be in love with the process and know what the end results could potentially be, man, and know what kind of kid, what kind of athlete you could potentially end up at the result of waiting, waiting and fighting through the process and getting through that process, man.
you
It's
think
a
there's
lot.
people out there teaching the process?
Well, but yeah, I think so.
Because the
I think
process, and I ask that because the process is new.
for who
The process is
for just
very new.
yeah, it is for all the athletes, college
Yeah,
athletes, and high school. You're right. You're
because a
right
lot
because
of them, I mean, you may be in a situation where you don't have time to have patience
yeah,
because they're not
because
giving you patience. They finna
and
boot
it's
you out of
funny.
here.
Yeah, and it's funny
Yeah,
that
you might be excluded. You know, yeah.
it's funny that you say that because I'm assuming everybody's process could be potentially different, right? Because these
Absolutely.
kids can get acclimated to, let's just say, for instance, and I got to use my son because that's my experience. So, watching him go through at Western Carolina, being recruited by specific guys that had a process that was, helping him grow, and then all of a sudden they're gone. Like the whole
Hmm.
all the guys that recruited him, his receiver coach, the offensive coordinator. So now it's a whole new process, right? So you got these new guys with different philosophies and their process and their program is different. So now here's another process that I got to get through. Now this is nature of the beast, though. I guess the same thing with high school football, man. Guys moving around all over the place. I get it. Better opportunities come open. You got to take care of the family and everybody. Some people are inspired to get back to the game, closest as close to the like my nephew. He coaches. He's an offensive analyst and assistant offensive coordinator for UNC Charlotte, Jason Barnes. And he tells me, he said, I'm just trying to get as close to the NFL or back in NFL as I possibly can. So every opportunity that opens up, he takes it. If he goes to the SEC,
Hmm.
he's a step closer to the NFL again. So a lot of these guys, man, ain't you're right. There's no process. I mean, it is a
No,
process.
it's
How do
part
you
of the
get
business, man. I mean,
how do you get acclimated to a process? Because there's no 4-year process anymore. Uh,
no.
uh
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
There's no
book.
process.
I tell the kids all the time. You might be in college and have 3 or 4 coordinators in the whole time you're there. Don't fall in love with the coach because like you saying. I know your nephew Barnes. I know him real good, and he
Right.
right. Them cats, man. As soon as they get an opportunity, they out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You seen my man Block over there at UNC Charlotte. He in the NFL now. He just left. I guess this week he got hired by the Panthers. So I mean,
Wow.
that's just part of the game, man.
So how does that impact the mindset of these kids walking into
I
We,
think
the
we
that
got to we got we got to teach them that while they're in high school. Like Rondell, for example. We come back from Troy. I should have told him. I said, bro, these some good dudes down here, but they winning. Hey man, they might be gone next year. Dude, they was gone in 2 weeks. I gave them a year. 2 weeks
okay.
later, the whole coaching staff got them at Troy with the Tulane.
yeah.
They've gone that quick.
I know Jordan was dealing with the same thing in Middle Tennessee.
Yeah,
He,
yeah, he
he
did. Yep, sure did.
grew
Yep.
close with the linebacker coach, and coach got out of there, and they had to have some meetings, and he was telling me that he was nervous because what if the coaches don't like a 5'11" linebacker, which could happen. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or you be in a situation like with Bubba where you say it's 15 guys in the position room. Like, what's the process with that?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we can say competing, but 15 guys and
you got to be real about it.
over half of
Nah, you got to be real in college.
played before.
It's kind of situation. It's kind of situation when it comes to that. I mean, you got to look at it. But you're right, man. The process, there may not be a process. And do I have the patience to go through all these different processes?
They
and like
they need to understand. Oh, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
Like Hawk said, and he said all the time, man. It's important to do that research to see where you can get on the field, and who's coming in with that class and who's already there.
You got to know all that, bro.
Questions, when you're going on those recruiting trips, and they want to know if you got questions, and those are the questions you got to ask and be real intentional about those questions. Because some of them, like, you might have a KC who is super talented, so I don't think it matters where you land anyway. But you get an opportunity where it ain't a whole lot of people on the field in front of you. I get to showcase, who I am and what I am.
Yeah.
So he picked the perfect school. In hindsight, perfect.
He did. He sure did. Lot of great opportunities.
I give you one last story on that. I had a buddy of mine. His son was a 4-star running back. My man Gillespie, he was in Carolina. He got him to commit to Carolina. Gillespie bounced with Alabama that December. They brought another running back coach who couldn't stand my man's son. And he gave him like hell for 2 years. He wanted to transfer out. So ain't no process, man. You got to understand the business and the business of how I go with it. You know what I'm saying? You got to roll with it.
Yeah.
Cause when you think you got to make somewhere, man, it'd be like a 180 get turned on you, bro, in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but what's the message? Now that we're talking about that, how do you, when you mentoring these young kids and they want to make it, what's the message to them when they're going into this world of, when we've been teaching at a young age, fall in love with the process, just stay in the process. You can't go. What's the new message? the new message is a whole new message, right?
The new message is nobody cares about you. They care more about your production. Period. It's what you can do. No,
do a full research on where you're going to.
It's to me, it's more of what have you done and what are you doing right now.
Right.
It's like instant gratification, man. It's, if you're not kicking tail in spring ball, you might not play this season. You're redshirt.
Oh yeah.
Fact.
So you got to get on.
We got to learn the whole business. You got to learn the whole business. Like there's a kid we know in a Big Ten school. We all know him. When the teammates is a 4-star DB, he ain't paying that. He ain't paying that. They might already kick him off the team now, and they ain't even started something. There's no, like Coach Tony said, is what you're doing right now at this second. There's no patience no more. You got to perform or you out.
Yeah, you got to be that dude.
And mentally, I think you got to get at it. They don't want an 18-year-old kid. They just don't want him. Nope. They don't want a kid that's ready to go home this weekend because he's been up here too long, away from his parents. Yeah, I don't think they want a kid that parents come up to visit them every weekend.
Right.
I had a coach specifically tell me recently, this kid can make it to the pros if they stay away from their parents.
Wow.
And not because their parents are bad, because they taking them back through a cycle of not maturing and growing in the game.
Dependency.
Yeah.
Being independent. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's what it is, man. And I think I had that conversation with some of Zion's coaches about just seeing how these kids can be independent, especially independent, especially in an environment like a Colorway where there's not much to do, and there's a lot of these schools, and there's a lot of these schools across the country that where kids are isolated in remotely in certain areas where there's geographically there's nothing around them that really offers what they probably where they came from, and the
Schools
culture
every
Right.
is
town.
yeah. So how can they thrive? They do to to get back to your point. They do look for kids that can thrive in those uncomfortable situations, man, in their program. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, yeah. Coaches are looking for that. Mm.
Hey
Hey
man, what you
man,
over there sipping on?
hey Kobe, whatever Kobe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Kobe. It's called the Mamba. Just
What's that?
it feeds.
Is that Kool-Aid or wine?
No, it's whatever Kobe left with us, the mentality that helps you
Oh, okay, I
create
got
that
you.
Mamba mentality.
I got you.
Whatever helps you continue to keep feed that Mamba mentality. That's what this is. Not only that, check this out. I'll keep this guy close to me because I believe in him. Right? Was y'all ever Kobe fans?
No.
Y'all wasn't Kobe fans?
Kobe told on Shaq, man.
I'm not his talent. I wasn't a big fan of
God
his, but
rest
I
his
mean, I
soul.
like him, but
He told on
yeah.
Shaq. He lost me.
I keep this guy close to me, man. Hey, I keep this guy close to me, dude. This dude's mentality. Yeah, we
Hmm.
all everybody got a few character hiccups here and there, but at the end of the day, he was an assassin
Oh yeah.
in the way he approached the game and his work ethics and all of that as he approached the game. Everybody got these character flaws, man, here and there, man.
Hey man,
Shit,
if you
we ain't
let me
gonna.
ask you this. Booker, you know who Jasim is?
Yeah, where is he?
Felton. He's going to
Yes.
Seton Hall Brightons. I haven't seen a kid outwork Jasim in no sport. It's
Whew.
ridiculous. Oh my God. If this kid don't
This
make it,
dude,
bro, the work hard, like you talking about that mentality, that's BS of Jasim on nigga. Jesus Christ.
this kid got to be six. What is he? About six
He
eight,
about six
six
four,
nine
six
now?
five.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
about
just
6'5". But he can
okay.
man, the kid
I
works
haven't seen
out
him in a while.
nonstop every day. Oh my God. I mean, he looked like a
Mm.
football player. It's just so like you speaking about Kobe, man. It's just you just wish that you could get the kids with talent to buy into that because it's hard, man. It's hard. I think it's
Yeah, it
difficult
is.
Kobe's a
even to
rare breed.
yeah, well, to get them to buy into both because some kids you can get
Hmm.
to work buy into working out, but they won't buy into the sport, or vice versa. You get them to buy into the sport, but they don't want to work out. But if you could just
Right.
get these kids to
Right.
do both, oh my God. Mm.
That Mamba mentality, boy, that's something. And
No,
that's
that's one
something
thing.
rare
That's
and
one thing
special,
about
bro.
Kobe Bryant I
Yeah.
respect. And man, I've always told the kids this. That's a hell of a compliment when people talk about how hard you work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To hell with how skilled you are, man. People should speak about
Right.
how hard you work.
Right.
That ain't gonna go unnoticed. Not at all.
Right.
Because that's a part of it when we talk about transitioning to that next level. Like and I talked to Jordan, John, Bubba about this. Be seen working hard. You
Right.
know, go down to the field before practice start. Be seen. And at the end of the day,
Exactly.
even if you just doing it for show, it's gonna pay out for you because you're just building that
Right.
memory and that time clock in your head that it's time to go.
Well, it's about when nobody's watching you, dude. At the end of the day,
Yeah,
man.
Hmm.
It's some guys out here posting videos when, like you said, nobody's watching them. It's just them, and they working just as hard as they would if they were being trained by someone. They're just doing it on their own. You know what I mean? Because they know what the assignment is. So, hey, man, some kids out there like that. You truth of the matter is, you have to be that guy right now because there's no guarantee. Even if you 3-star, 4-star, you know the almighty transfer portal trumps who you are,
Oh yeah.
whether you four
Oh yeah.
star or 5-star. The almighty
You right about
transfer,
that.
bruh,
and
trumps who you
I
are.
wanted to get your take on this, Coach Hawk. How do you think that's gonna? So we know in sports, parents tend to be overzealous when it comes to their kids, right? How you think
Hmm.
the introduction of the NIL and even trying to infiltrate into high schools, how you think that's going to impact the parents that are over the top with expectations?
You talking about like how some kids getting
Yeah,
NIL? If they're now they you talking about for public school go, it gonna be awful, bro. I don't. It's gonna be crazy, super crazy then, bro. If, you talking about like a kid like at a Butler or Chambers, real good compared to like some kid who third string. Their parents gonna think he's supposed to get the same thing, and that ain't gonna be the case. So, boy, oh my god, it can be something stupid. Then you know what I'm saying?
How
yeah.
soon will it trickle over into the public sector school, the
I don't
NIL?
know.
Because right now
Well,
they're just trying it out for private.
right, they're in discussions. So I think whatever the impact you see on it is gonna make a difference. But then it comes down to who's pushing for those kids to get NILs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when
Mm-hmm.
it becomes more work, like we talk about all the time, more work for the coaches. So people like Hawk, who's a recruiting coordinator, like, is he the one getting little Johnny the NIL, and why didn't you get my son the NIL? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it's going to force the parents to, okay, you want your kid to get an NIL, go talk to your job and get them to sponsor them.
right.
But
So
if we
That's a good
put
point
that task on the parent, we should put the same task on them when it comes to recruiting.
that's right.
Be intentional about getting your
because
kid what you want them to have instead of pointing the finger at somebody else because he's not getting.
right because to get like the point in high school, I tell them same way as in college. They you only gonna the only ones who doing something is the ones who actually getting any money. Everybody don't get paid. So if you like a All American or 4 or 5 star, then shoot, you might get Picasso's or stats. Somebody come out and throw you a deal or whatever. But if you just some second, third string, nah. Yeah, your mom them job might give you something, but that's about it though, man.
So what's the how does a kid actually qualify? Let me say this, because that NIL thing is kind of all over the place. I don't know the the exact way you get actually end up getting NIL deals. How does it happen? How do
Well,
you
kid
become?
don't qualify. Is who the
Is
kid is and
finding
who
them?
they decide to pay, huh?
How does it
So
happen?
now
I don't think
How
any
does
president
it ain't no
set. I think everything is just kind of just off the fly at this point. Because
it's
just the same way we're reading about kids who are getting those NILs, we also reading about kids who suing people and taking people to court because they're not getting the money and they was
right.
promised.
A
really?
lot of it is a lot of fools go like what you see on Twitter. A lot of that about like offers, a lot of be fake or whatever. I mean, a lot of them NIL deals be fake, but the actual money or whatever, like you talking about like the NFL. Everybody on an NFL team don't get paid endorsement deals. Only the
Right,
stars do. So
right.
okay, so that's college the same, no different. Everybody ain't getting no money like that. Nah, a lot of
No,
people think they do, but nah.
Deion Sanders was like, man, kid asked him about NIL. He said, nah, we about NFL. If you trying to get to the
Hmm.
NFL and get paid, then yeah, come to Colorado. If you
We
come
know
to
when we
come to
know when he say
Colorado
we,
the NIL, no. Huh?
we know when Deion say we, he ain't talking about number three people.
You stupid man.
Exactly. Right.
And
But he right.
those are three people with the most NIL money
Travis
Yep.
Hunt, Shiloh, and Shador.
And
to do it.
but then too, the like NIL, the people, it's up to the companies who giving out the money who get it. Really, them might not have it like 4 or 5 dudes, but they look at might get NIL money. The rest of the teams, they don't feel like putting no money into, and they're making sense.
Yeah.
It's just like the NFL. It's like what's it called like endorsement deals. It's whoever you think can make you money. Like if I'm up in color with whatever, and Zion might be the only dude on that team
Yeah,
who I
but
feel like can
I
market
think
my own car
I'm
dealership.
with you, Hope, on
Right.
marketability, but I think they pick who they want to market.
That's
So
what I'm saying. It's based
I
off how
give you a
good you is.
prime example. We were talking about this with the WNBA, right? And we were asking the
Mm-hmm.
question. And tell me what you think, but who's more marketable, Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese?
Angel Reese.
Caitlin Clark.
So my marketing guys would say Caitlin Clark, right? And
Hmm.
my argument with that was, if you watch the NBA Finals, everything in the business world, where it's from a consumer standpoint and marketing, is generally based around hip hop, right?
Right.
Angel Reese got more personality. She's going to be closely attached to hip hop. If you watch the NBA Finals, every commercial, whether it's Lexus, Sprite, it don't matter what it is, it's going to be a hip hop song singing in the background. But if they
Hold
want
on, you
to,
talking about college NBA?
WNBA,
What you talking
NBA
about?
sports in general.
Oh, WNBA. Okay, my bad. I thought you were talking about what
Yeah, I
you
mean,
college.
I feel
Okay,
like
my
they're
bad.
gonna pick
Okay.
who they want to market. I mean, because I don't think there's very much marketable about Caitlin Clark at all,
Me
other than
either.
she can play.
Right.
I mean, now I'm an Angel. Listen, I'm an Angel Reese fan, bro. But in college, Caitlin Clark sold out everywhere she went to. Everywhere she made Iowa and NCAA a lot millions and millions of dollars, bro.
So you don't feel like
And
Angel Reese set that off?
in
Angel
college,
Reese set
no,
it
that's
off.
Caitlin Clark.
Nah, Angel Reese set it
I
off with
mean,
this right here.
Caitlin Clark sold out every arena she went to, bro.
Once Angel Reese set it
Every,
off with this right here, because I feel like, and we had this argument, I feel like Angel Reese created the springboard, because we know South Carolina was the juggernaut based off their recruiting.
yeah,
She came through and crushed the buildings.
Yeah.
And she's on TikTok and social media nonstop, and the world revolves around TikTok and
I'm
social
with
media.
you on that.
Yeah.
I'm an Angel Reese fan. I agree with you, but I'm saying as far as they were about that bottom dollar, Caitlin Clark sold out every. Listen, to what I'm saying, she sold out every arena she played in. Them people like camping
They
out
came,
three
they
hours
came
ahead of time to see her.
basketball. They came to see her
Huh?
play basketball. They came to see her play
Right,
basketball.
right. And people see that, and them companies saw that, and she made like $4 million a year last year. Angel Reese made nowhere close to that. She may make like 1.5. Caitlin Clark made 4 million because of how she sold out the arena.
And NIL?
Yes,
Oh no, I have to look at that stat.
If
just
Angel
check it out.
Reese,
Hey man,
I tell you this, Hawk, I tell you this, if Angel Reese looked like Caitlin Clark, she'd be making more money and selling out more
she made
arenas.
10 million. Listen, she would make $10 million if she looked like Caitlin Clark. I'm with you on that, bro. I mean, I agree with you. I'm not like just totally against what you're saying. I'm saying like far as
You're just
the
keeping it real.
the concept. Yeah, I'm saying like that person sold out every ring she went to. And then people look at all them dollars going in there. Cause man, I ain't really watch basketball, women's basketball like that. I mean, they like it, but not like that. Not selling out every arena like that.
So you feel like they justified with the with the junk that they talking towards her, like and it's not just like Angel Reese,
I
but
don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm with you. I'm like I said, I put all my money in Angel Reese, but I know how these people look at when it comes to money. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like
So so so
I
so
tell, I
so
go
so
ahead, bro.
name image and likeness marketing partnership 2023-24 reported reported over the past year that Angel Reese had the second most NIL endorsements over the past year with 26 deals,
I knew
tied
that.
with UCLA quarterback Chase Griffin. They don't really mention Caitlin Clark. Yeah. Caitlin,
Man, look, Google her and Google how much money she made last year.
they won't give you that net worth. I don't think. I think I tried that one day.
So
Okay,
Angel
I
Reese,
check it. I
I,
check
I
that.
always I felt Angel Reese had more deals. Caitlin Clark probably, not 3 deals that trump that, if that is a discrepancy in the amount of money that they're making, but just
Angel
from
Reese,
market,
Mm-hmm.
if
her
all
NIL.
things remain constant from a marketability standpoint, Angel Reese is far more marketable.
Yeah, I think
Because
so
to
too.
me, Angel Reese is the Dennis Rodman of the WNBA.
Woo! I think Hawk got us. Up.
How much is
So Angel Reese is $1.8 million. 1.8. Kaylin Clark 3.1 million. Good
is that
God
Okay, I was off a
NIL,
little
or how
bit.
much they're making now?
That's
That's
NIL. What they made
NIL
last year.
value
Yes.
as of April 1st, 2024.
Yeah, that's what I figured it'd be. But see, that's what I'm saying. It'd be 2 deals that'll get over. But it
Good
wouldn't be
God.
it wouldn't be more deals. No.
No, I know. I'm talking about for the money. If
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get
yeah,
one
yeah.
deal,
I'm
make
with
more
you.
money. What I'm saying,
Yeah, I'm with you.
yeah. But
It's the
okay, fellas, I'm with y'all though.
value of
I
the that's giving out like Angel Kaylin getting Nike,
yes,
Right.
yes.
Storm, you
Hmm.
know, the big ones. The Angel getting, Angel Reach might be getting some smaller companies.
Yeah, Nike and the
Small,
Gatorade is
Hmm.
gonna trump, you know,
yeah,
Fubu and
yeah, true.
Mr. Charles chicken.
Right.
Yeah, Mr. Charles Chicken and Fish.
I like
Yeah,
Mr. Charles.
I do too, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
except
I
for
mean, I'm just being honest, man. It don't make sense, but it just how they
Yeah.
do it almost like the NFL do. How they do this money thing, man.
Well,
Like,
that's what I
I
was
mean,
saying.
I deal
It's
with.
almost like they pick the stars.
yeah, they do.
Well, I mean,
You know,
the
and
ones, the stars
some of the
who
stuff is just
making the
blatant on
money.
why they pick the stars, and some of it isn't.
I mean, cause like you talking about NIL. I mean, I dealt with the NIL people, Alabama. I seen them with Tennessee, Carolina State, Ohio State, and they picked like the start the players who the fans gravitate to, who make the most money, winning. That's what they going. That's what they pour the money into. Little Johnny on second string, nah.
Well,
All
Eli,
right, once again,
the Manning kid got the money. He didn't play.
Who?
The Manning kid in Texas.
Okay, what's the last name?
Manning. Yeah,
Manning, like,
What's Man,
oh
right,
yeah,
the last name, right?
yeah,
yeah.
right. Hey, Kaylin Clark is about to sign. Okay, it's a done deal. $28 million Nike deal. It's
Hmm.
worth 20 million. So yeah, hey, it is what it is. Angel still
I ain't
paid.
saying it. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Angel fan. I'm a huge Angel fan, but I understand how they do go about looking at money. Whenever I took who that me, Nunu, Jeremiah, and Tyron, we went to Alabama. Now I don't know why they tell us the information they telling us, but they broke down to like Bryce Young, Will Anderson, the other the cats who the star players, what they were getting in NIL. My mouth hit the ground. I'm like, whoa. And the stuff he told her, he probably shouldn't told her. But it's based off the players who deserve to sell, who's on ESPN, the magazines. That's who get the most money, man.
I
Wow.
often wonder what those kids do with that money, like how they manage it.
Right. Who
Well,
manages it?
well,
Because
well, listen,
some of
listen,
them make more than
listen.
what you'd make in the NFL
Yeah.
as a
They might
fourth
not
or
make. They
fifth
might.
round pick.
Okay, yeah, like the guys who got drafted who come out low, yeah, then, but now the second, first round, that's something totally different right there.
It's a lot of guaranteed money
But
right there.
but right, but see, they got people at the schools who like help you with the money, like with you as Coach Tony. They got financial advisors who help out with this stuff.
Yeah,
That Alabama set up so I can't. You got to see it. They don't have to leave off that for that football facility down there for nothing. They got their own dentists, their own doctors for the. They ain't got to go nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I never
Except
heard anything about
they
them.
ain't got
Like
to.
cold.
They got their own dentist office, man. Yeah, I ain't that's the first time I've seen it. It was Alabama.
That's crazy.
I mean,
But
they ain't got to leave for nothing.
Yeah,
Only time
that's
they
hey,
got
like
to
stuff
leave like
make you want to.
for away
That
game,
make you
bro.
want to start your kid at 5.
Say what?
Maybe that's why we just solved our own. We just answered our own question, man.
yeah,
That's
Yeah,
why
you right.
it's the
Yeah, that's
money.
why right there. Yeah, it's the money. Yep.
yeah, it's crazy, man. Cause hey, man, we good where we are, man. Western Carolina, we're good,
Yeah.
baby. We just trying to get on the field, baby.
And Western
We just
Carolina
trying to,
giving out money too.
we just trying to get on the field. Hey, did you know this kid? Man, this kid selected number one this year, man. They gave him number one. The coaches called him, and the coaches called him on a FaceTime, and they were all looking. They was all trying to switch numbers. I guess not all of them, but who would earn the number one? Because their number one running back, he wore number one. He ended up going transferring to Pitt, so the number was out there. A couple more numbers as well, and they called him on FaceTime since he'd been on break and told him, "Hey, man, you've earned the number one." I said, "Dude, you know what comes behind being number one, dog."
Mm-hmm.
In anybody's program, when they see number one come out of the tunnel, out of the locker room, line up, you got to be that dude, dog. Hey, listen, you can't just wear number one, man. Just be running around out there, dog. You gotta make some
Right.
plays.
Man, that's
Dude
pretty
wearing
cool.
number one this year. Dude wearing number one this year, man. Against
That's
North
pretty.
Carolina State, Thursday night, August the 29th, Carter Finley Stadium, Western Carolina and North Carolina State. That's gonna
And
be some.
it's game. Hey, book. And the games like that, where like if he get out there and put on the show,
That's it.
that'll jumpstart him for everything. I'll take
That's
that one game right there.
give me that. Give me
I'll
that.
take that one game.
Just put up some numbers, dog.
Put
Put
up
up
some
some
numbers.
numbers.
That's all I got to do.
Y'all might get scorched. Y'all might lose by 4 touchdowns. Put up some numbers, dog. That's
Yeah,
it.
they
He
might
put
not.
up like a
And trust me,
like eight
them guys,
catches, 8 catches for like 170.
yeah,
Man,
them DBs ain't like. I mean, they can ball, but come on, man. We can play football. We can play football versus them guys. We're gonna see. It's gonna happen.
well, their defense ain't gonna be like it was last year. I mean, unless they not the offense gonna be
Who at
better, but
NC
that
State?
defense, NC State, yeah, that defense ain't gonna be like it was last year.
They were
I
pretty
could be
good.
wrong, but they pretty good. But they can be young in a lot of areas on defense. Now
Man,
offense,
this
they should have a Trump tight on offense.
Offense, they gonna be pretty.
Defense, I don't know.
They've gotten
So that
Hollywood's Hollywood's in a situation where he got to try to emerge as the number one guy now, man. Because he fighting. How do you go? I mean,
well,
I'm saying
you see
you
the
go,
running backs they got in, bro.
huh?
You see them other two running backs they got in there.
They got that kid from Duke who's a
He nice.
6 year grad
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah. Yes.
Dog. Hollywood ain't played real football since his junior year in high school.
It's in Chambers, yeah. Right.
I think
Yeah, it's
I
in
think
Chambers.
I think he gonna do it.
I think he's gonna do
And
it too.
I think he's gonna do it big, and the reason why is just watching that kid grow as a football player. Once he see the success and the energy that come with success, that's when he take off. I think it's gonna
Yeah.
happen. That's the same thing he did in high school. When he scored that first touchdown, I was there. That first touchdown against South Mac. After he scored that touchdown, you can just tell he bought into it. So I think it's just to him getting comfortable for from talking to him. He's ready to go. But that
Oh yeah.
running back from
Well,
Duke is good.
Yeah.
well, in my
He's really
opinion, it
good.
got to be like,
But
it's
Hollywood said
gonna be
that
a rotation.
they're gonna be using him out in the slot as well, and they got some packages
Yeah.
they're packaging with him and KC in the backfield. So I think he's gonna get a lot of opportunity.
Yeah, he gonna do real good. I mean, they got a great offensive line. He a great player. Got a good quarterback. Hellfire receivers. It's gonna be a rotation. Just when you get on the field, you got to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Man,
that's all of them.
don't you just think coming from a program like Oklahoma, who's known for producing NFL running back? So this running back comes from Oklahoma, and then he goes to the ACC. You would think that when you make that move, you pretty much in that that number
Hmm.
one spot almost, and then you get down there, you end up in maybe number two or number three. It's kind of like like I thought you know he was gonna be that guy. I didn't know
I
the
think
kid from Duke.
I think he'd probably be two based off experience.
Yeah, I think he'll be two.
Not I mean like going into camp. Not so much ability. I think that's probably more experience because that guy played and played
Hmm.
well. So
6 years.
Yeah, what we seeing with the NIL is, I mean, not the NIL, but the transfer portal. They want the older guy with the experience.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
So you
Yep.
mature on your own time. We're gonna go with the old guy, but I mean, you got to think it's at Oklahoma. They were deep down there, man, in the run back.
Hmm.
It was deep. I
Yeah.
mean, how many four
They like
stars they have? Oh, they had a number of them, didn't
about they like 6 of them. Yeah.
they? Yeah.
And they
Running
were
So
back.
trying.
you
Yeah.
get you get 4 or 5 4 stars. It's like okay, they all 4 stars. Now which one the biggest and which one the fastest? That's what we're going with.
Hmm.
Yeah, because Hollywood said they was down there. They were trying to change his body
Yeah.
to one of them big bruising
Yeah, he
in
said they
between
wanted them to run
tackles.
hard between the tackles.
Yeah. Who was the running back? Former running back.
Um, Start a
NFL.
D. Ryan. I'm playing for Cowboys.
Marcus. Yeah. I I can't remember the name of this
Now
I
y'all
kid.
just got a
Cowboys,
name. He played for
y'all,
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Look at it. Do nothing for us. What's his name? God, I forgot the dude's name. DeMarco Murray.
Murray. Yeah. DeMarcus Murray.
Murray. Yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to change his body type.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna go with Zion Booker's gonna have a breakout season. He's out of there. Hollywood is gonna have a breakout season too. And I think
Prayerfully.
Jalen Bowden's gonna have a break. I'm gonna tell you who I
Yes,
heard.
sir.
I'm gonna tell you who I heard was the sleeper. I heard Markel Quick was a guy that couldn't nobody do
Wow.
nothing with.
Wow.
I can believe. Ain't no sleep. I can believe that, bro.
I want to see
I
that.
can see that.
I can believe that. Yeah.
See Markel
I
Quick
can believe.
being. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the
I can believe.
hungriest person that I've talked to, that Jordan Thompson boy, he ready.
Ooh-wee.
He ready.
How is he? What does he look like? I know he kind of still. They were going with the undersized type of deal.
Yeah, he I talked to him yesterday. He right at about 220.
Mm-hmm.
So he ready to go in and play. So he's playing. He's on the field.
He's gonna play.
Yeah, he's gonna play.
Man, there's nothing like going to these games this year, and yo, dude, whoever you're going to see, whether it be one of the guys we just mentioned, your own son or whatever, is going to be on the field.
They on the
You're
field.
not coming. You're not coming in bleachers and hope they get in the game.
Right.
Hope the score gets up there or whatever, where he gets in the game. You know he's going to be in the game, and you kind of get treated. You kind of get treated a little different when you walk in.
Hey man,
the boosters and the alumni.
Just knowing these kids, man, just watching them grow and coaching them through little league and camps, and Central got Carolina 9-14. Like I want to go see Ship. I want to go see Ship ball out. I want to go see Christian ball out. You know what I mean? Looking forward to those games, especially when they competing. That Tennessee and NC State at the stadium. Boy, that's gonna be a game.
Ooh, that's crazy. That's gonna be crazy, man. Yeah, man, y'all get your tickets, man. Come on, man. Thursday night. I know it's a Thursday night.
Y'all
got it. Oh, I'm be there.
Y'all coming up?
Yeah, I'll be there.
I'm on the road this year. I'm catching everybody game. I'm doing it.
You burning the roll up on Saturdays?
Yeah, I'm doing it because I don't think my son gonna play football, so I want to get him to visualize the game and become a fan of the game. I think that'll help him be a better player.
Yeah, get him in that atmosphere.
Yeah,
get him atmosphere experience. He'll love it.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be very exciting to watch those kids actually get on the field. Because I'll be at my son's game, man, on my phone. I could be at Zion's actual game trying to figure out what KC did. What did KC do this week? Did Christian play this week? You always you're on your phone at the game trying to see what these other guys, these other kids are doing. So
you know what though? Like I know it was like I went and saw Christian play twice last year, and just like this year, last year, just seeing them in uniform make you feel good. Like they wanted the guy
running out of that tunnel.
It's I want to see you beat the guy.
Yeah,
because they all got the potential to do it.
Yes.
Hey, I'll tell you what I did see today. Tell me what you guys think of this. I've seen it twice. I've seen James Pierce projected to go to the Panthers, and I seen Robert Dillingham projected to go to the Hornets. So you know what I said? For me, selfishly, and I'm a Panthers and Hornets guy, absolutely not. Don't want to see it.
Me either.
What you guys think?
Not coming back home. No.
I do not think a professional athlete should be in their hometown or region. I just don't think so. Now, we ain't going to turn down the opportunity and the money, but I just don't. What you think, Hawk? I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, unfortunately, they got a draft, so they draft, man, nothing to do about it.
Man.
I see James in Carolina, but I think Rob going to San Antonio. He ain't going to fall down to the Panthers.
No, Robert Dillingham, I think he's going to fall
down that far.
The
He gonna fall
The
asleep.
Hornets are picking 6. So the
Right.
one I
He
saw
falling
today, of
for.
course, they just mock drafts, but they had them picking Reed Shepard at 4 to San Antonio.
Hmm.
Now,
But
ain't
I
nothing
seen
wrong
it.
with going 6.
San Antonio got
I
2
seen
picks.
them.
Number 4
Right.
They
pick,
got 2
They
picks.
got 4 and 9.
7 pick, 4 and 9 or
Is it
something like
7 or
that.
9?
I seen Rob going to the Spurs at 4. Now who picked? When did Houston pick? The second or third pick.
But
Houston the
here's the
Rockets.
thing.
When they
This is
pick?
what you got to think about, though. The Hornets picking him wouldn't be a bad pick, and I'm gonna tell you why. It gives them leverage to trade LaMelo, who never plays because he hurt, and they compare him with Brandon Ingram. I'm not Brandon Ingram. What's the guy's name? The new guy,
Brandon Miller.
Miller. So it wouldn't be a bad pick for them. It wouldn't. I was just thinking about that today. Like, I just don't like to see guys go home. Like, go somewhere.
Yeah.
There's too many attachments at home.
I get what you're saying.
Me either,
But
Tony. I
Gillingham ain't falling for, bro.
don't want to see it, bro.
Nah, that Rob ain't falling for, bro.
You don't think he can fall to 6?
Nah, he going for them.
Yeah, I think Rob can fall to 6, 7. He'll be in the top 10. I
He's gonna
do
be
know
a
that.
lottery, but
The only way he fall that far.
6.
The only way he fall to 6 if he do bad then these combines.
Nah, he's
do-
not even participating in the
He's not
combines right
participating.
now.
But that
you
be the
gotta
only thing he fall. That be really. I go ahead.
But the draft is going to be, in my opinion, is going to be based on need before talent. So I think talent going to come into play around 5 to 9 to get the best available player. And Rob is definitely the best. He's definitely the best available player when it comes to talent.
Yeah. San Antonio. If Rob is around on that second pick for San Antonio, Rob's going to San Antonio.
Yeah.
Going to San Antonio. Period.
Cause I picture Rob playing Wemby. Wemby, how you say that? And in 3 years they could be NBA champion.
Well, it ain't that easy.
No.
That's how Golden State built it. Now, okay, that's how it works. You get through 2 or 3, huh?
Yeah, you're right. I'm with you. I don't know about NBA championship, but they're gonna be right there in the.
They're gonna contend. What they contend for? Look at Golden State. Look at all the other teams that had these that pick right for 3 or 4 years. They won a championship within like year 5 or 6.
Man, I'm gonna tell you this. When we talking good, all-star, Robert Dillingham 100% be an all-star. Pairing him with Walla Bing Bang is electrifying television. But if I haven't learned anything from the NBA, is that ain't no formula to winning no championship.
No,
because if you look at all the picks and all the players that the Hornets had, and they don't even make the playoffs barely. And every talent that leaves the Charlotte Hornet goes and plays on the team and be an X factor in the playoffs, like PJ Washington. They let him go. You got Malik Monk. They let him go.
Yep.
So those are guys, Kentucky guys that can play, but ain't no perfect formula for that. Because who would have thought that the Mavericks, would be a force in the playoffs like that, or the Timberwolves? Let me say the Timberwolves. I mean, really, who plays for the Timberwolves?
Nobody. They got nice guys. Man, we don't watch them much being over here.
They don't really have no superstars like that. Edwards is emerging, but other than that, no. Not a superstar. So we'll see though.
Man, there's so many draft predictions, man, on who's gonna go what. It's crazy. Because some of them don't even have Rob going in the lottery. Well, they don't have Rob going in the lottery.
I don't see a couple of them lotteries. I ain't seen a whole lot of
San Antonio with that 4th pick. If I'm being selfish, that's where I want him to go. But I also see a lot of politics. I see a lot of politics with that pick, whether they should pick him or Reed Shepard.
Reed Shepard, Houston Rockets could pick him at 4. Yeah, could pick him at 4. But then he comes at 6, and then 7 is Portland at number 8. Mm, that could be Dillingham. Oh, and then they got 9 Orlando, Dillingham. We'll see. Well, yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and close this thing out, man. Appreciate you guys getting on as usual, man. We respect y'all's knowledge, man, and talent you guys have, man. And I'm calling y'all, man, all through the season, man. I know y'all guys are pretty busy, gonna be real busy, man. Friday Night Lights coming up. What Butler
Oh
looking
yeah.
like? Chambers, Tony. Hey, we'll talk about that at a later date. But yeah, hey, man, I'm looking forward to following you guys, man, and getting on the sideline in the bleachers, man, on Friday night, man, following you guys, man, and I'm
I
sure you
mean,
guys
you get in the game now. You ain't even got to pay.
absolutely, man. I got me a media pass.
Oh, really?
Good. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's smart. Real good.
we got media passes, man. Come in there with the cameras, stand on the sideline.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be right there in all the action,
We're gonna have
interviewing
you
the
in the locker
players.
room, man. We're gonna have you in the
Yeah,
locker room.
yeah, man. We're gonna be interviewing players
Pre-game
because I
and
know a lot of
post-game.
kids out there, so they're gonna see me out there, coach. Stopping for some interviews and stuff. So it's gonna be nice to be out there, man. But overall, just rubbing elbows with the guys on the sideline, man, and getting down in the trenches, watching you guys get after it. So we're gonna close out, man, until next week, man. Matter of fact, next week got a nice little guest. I'm gonna talk to y'all about it, man. See how y'all feel about
Okay.
the guy that's coming up on next Thursday night, man. We're gonna get an opportunity to get him right here on the lines, sports media, man. We're gonna interview him, and but I'll let you know who it is. I think you'll get a kick out of this guest. All right,
Y'all boys
Okay.
take care.
so, till then, man. I'll holler at y'all boys.
All right, fellas.
All
All
right.
right, peace. All right.